Hi, and welcome to this week's Fresh Life. I'm 13 on your side health reporter Val Lego, bringing you a fresh take on healthy living. If you ever thought having more free time would solve all your problems, well, it won't. At least that's what a new research out of the University of Pennsylvania found. Turns out there's a sweet spot for free time. After surveying 35,000 Americans, researchers found that 2 to 3 hours of free time a day is the perfect amount of free time. Any more than that, and study participants said they generally felt worse mentally, and less than that, they felt too stressed. Do you ever have that feeling in your gut? I'm talking about that gurgly kind of feeling that really makes you go, uh-oh. It's not a good feeling, and it is the first clue that you may need to pay more attention to your health. Registered dietitian Tara Carr is here to explain why good health starts in the gut. And Tara, I have heard that the gut is often referred to as the body's second brain.
Yes, so we're learning so much about the gut microbiome and how it's not just connected to our bowel habits, but it really is affecting so many other facets of our health, including that gut-brain axis, and it also can be connected to other disease states.
And what is it about the gut microbiome that connects what we eat to every part of our body?
The microbiome is just this amazing, exciting field. So we have trillions of bacteria, which may sound gross, but it's not. A lot of these are good guys, these probiotic bacteria. They're in our gut, but what happens is they actually are involved in so many different metabolic processes. They're preventing disease. They're associated with healthy weight often. And so, yeah, we're really seeing how that gut microbiome, if we nourish it, it actually can support our health. So good nutrition and that helpful bacteria really can go far away.
And you talked about how it relates to disease, and often there's a connection between diabetes and your gut biome.
Certainly. So this is actually pretty new and emerging science. We think about diabetes, people have thought about eating healthy or lifestyle modifications, but we're learning the microbiome. There's certain strains, probiotic strains that seem to be missing completely or lacking functionality in the guts of people with diabetes. So we're actually doing something really cool at Pendulum Therapeutics, and we found a way to introduce some healthy bacteria, these probiotic strains, back into the gut of people with diabetes. And this has never been done before, and people are seeing really amazing improvements in their glucose control.
That is some very interesting research and findings for people with diabetes. So what do you recommend when it comes to probiotics?
So with probiotics, it can be found from foods, but some of them actually are not found in foods. They're human derived. So for people with diabetes, I recommend two things. One of the things is a diverse diet. Of course, a focus on fiber is really key for your microbiome. So that's number one. And number two, I would really encourage you to think about, do you have all of these healthy bacterial strains? And if maybe you have a family history of diabetes, or potentially you're doing everything that you know how to do, following all those instructions of eating healthy, getting exercise, and still not seeing those results, some of it may be this genetic microbiome piece. And so I'd really highly encourage you to think about, in addition to eating healthy, thinking about taking that probiotic that Pendulum actually has specifically for people with glucose metabolism. I think that's a great thing for people to start to consider, and it's new and it's exciting.
All right, thank you so much, Tara, for this new information about the connection between diabetes and the gut. Really fascinating. Here is a great hack for the next time you burn your tongue. Pour some sugar on it. Yes, sugar has pain-relieving properties, so put some sugar on your tongue, press it to the roof of your mouth. Believe it or not, this remedy actually recommended by dentists across the country. Hi, and welcome to this week's Fresh Life. I'm 13 on your side health reporter Val Lego, bringing you a fresh take on healthy living. We are headed into the height of cold and flu season. Did you ever wonder why the mucus coming out of your nose is yellow or green? Well, according to a doctor from Cleveland Clinic's Head and Neck Institute, yellow or green mucus is a sign your body's immune system is actually working. When you get a virus or bacteria, your body sends white blood cells to attack it, which causes an inflammatory response. And it's that inflammation that causes your mucus to change colors. The darker it is, the longer you've had that infection. So the best thing you can do is to blow your nose and to blow it often to clear it out. It is time to talk fashion trends for the fitness lover on your holiday list, and these ideas you can buy locally so you don't even have to worry about supply chain issues. Christina Murrow, marketing manager from Gazelle Sports, joins us now with a few of her top picks. Thanks for stopping in, Christina. Appreciate it. So we're talking
so
about
much for having me.
The new runners and the new walkers on your Christmas list. What do you have coming up?
Yeah, so we have some really awesome products. The thing about being a new runner or walker is there are some basics that you can invest in and just really make your experience a little bit better. So the first thing we have is a water bottle. This is a handheld one. There's all sorts of kind. There's some that can go around your waist so you can run hands-free, but I personally like one in my hand because it just, I don't know, it's just simpler for me. So this one is great. It'll keep you hydrated, and you really want to be hydrating in the winter and the summer. You'd be surprised how dehydrated you can get, even though it's cold out.
Yeah, and the next one, we good socks, right? You need good socks.
Exactly. So you want to avoid cotton as much as possible. You want a synthetic blend or a wool blend sock. So these ones are from Smartwool, and I reach for my Smartwool socks no matter what time of year because they do a great job with moisture management, which is just as important in winter as in summer. And they are also really quite cute.
Yeah, I really do love them. What's the next one on the list?
Yeah, so we have a number of recovery products. The one we have here is a little handheld roller. So when you're a new runner, you are going to experience some aches and pains. That's just natural when you're increasing your mileage at all, or even just starting out trying to go from walking to being a runner. So something like this is going to help you do a little self-massage to work out some of those kinks and keep you healthy and strong and out there hitting the road.
I really like that one. I think a lot of people would like that even if they weren't walkers or runners. Yeah. Now the shoes you have coming up next, I'm not so sure about them. The slides.
Oh yes, they are a little odd looking, a little big maybe. But the nice thing is if you are increasing mileage, even if you are just starting out and putting any sort of running miles on your body, these things just feel so good. And I use them as house shoes. They go on after I'm done with my run. I wear them all around the house. So if you are a little hesitant on the look, you can just use them in your home and really feel some difference there.
Yeah, once you try them on, probably won't want to take them off. Okay, you are a busy mom who gets it all done, and we've got a lot of them out there, and you've got a great Christmas list for those moms who are very much into fitness.
Yes, the thing about being a mom, and I have two very, very young kiddos, is I want my products to be able to do a number of things and to go from one thing to the next very easily. So if I'm just doing preschool drop-off and want to go do some yoga or whatever it is, it can work for all of that. So the first thing you have, I think, is a bag.
Yes.
It's that sling that is just so convenient. It actually is big enough to hold, to be a diaper bag or hold all the snacks, and then also
anything else that you might want to put into it. And it looks comfy too. I really like the style of it. I think those are really good also for just distributing weight so that you don't get a backache when you're carrying everything like a mom does. What do you have next on the list?
Exactly. So next we have a Garmin watch. This is one of the Forerunner series. They are so cool if you are a mom also trying to run or just kind of keep track of your fitness, whether that's steps or the number of stairs you might be climbing. It just helps you kind of tick some boxes and realize, yes, I might have been sitting around, on the floor playing with a child, but I also got in some steps today and can feel good about that.
Yeah, I looked into these a little bit deeper when I saw them, and I thought, wow, these are a really cool alternative. If you don't want the Apple Watch, they're a really nice way to keep track as well.
Yep.
Yeah, so next on the list.
Yeah, so we have some mom shoes. And can you remind me which one you have here? Because we sent a couple.
We have the blue and white sneaker.
Okay, so this is kind of a basic running shoe that can also, it'll look nice just out and about. And then, like for me, I'll be taking on a walk with the kids, and then they'll decide they really want to be riding in the stroller, so it'll turn into a run, and it can kind of do it all, which is very nice.
Which is what this is all about, moms that do it all. So, well, thank you so much, Christina, for everything, showing us these wonderful holiday gifts. Best part, they're all available at Gazelle Sports in town, so you don't have to worry about those supply chain issues. We thank you so much for stopping by.
Thank you so much.
All right, so it turns out there's a new sweet spot when it comes to bedtime if you want to prevent heart disease. Researchers in the UK found that going to bed between 10 p.m. and 11 p.m. lowers the risk of developing heart disease compared to any other time. They studied 88,000 participants and found that after 11 p.m. increases your chances of heart disease by 12%. But heading to bed early doesn't help. If you head to bed before 10 p.m., it raises your risk by 24%. Hi, and welcome to this week's Fresh Life. I am 13 on your side health reporter Val Lego, bringing you a fresh take on healthy living. Well, here's a habit you may want to break if you want more energy in the morning. Stop drinking your coffee as soon as you get up. That jolt of Java first thing can interfere with your body's natural energy levels. The best time to have that first cup is 60 to 90 minutes after you wake up. That's because caffeine interferes with the production of cortisol, which is the hormone that tells your body it's time to wake up. We can thank management and behavioral science expert Daniel Pink for his research on this one. But no one likes to admit it. 60% of us do it. I'm talking about snoring. There's a home remedy for it that's sure to get your attention. It is called mouth taping. Here's how it works.
Well, I was skeptical at first too. I mean, taping my mouth all of a sudden, which sounds crazy, but it definitely helped me.
And if individuals are breathing through an open mouth during sleep, they're more prone to obstructive sleep apnea, they're more prone to insomnia and also to snoring and lighter sleep, that they wake up feeling unrefreshed.
Patrick McCowan is an internationally recognized expert on breathing and has written several books on the benefits if you close your mouth and breathe entirely through your nose.
The nose produces a gas called nitric oxide, which is antibacterial and antiviral.
He says the nose is the first line of immune defense, and he has long advocated for mouth taping to stop snoring and sleep better.
I started taping my mouth back in 1997, and I remember waking up after the second night of the mouth taped. I woke up in the morning and it was definitely the best night's sleep I had in about 15 years.
Healthy people probably would have no danger with doing that and could conceivably feel better.
Dr. Fred Campbell is an internist with University Health. He says the biggest concern over mouth taping is the lack of long-term scientific studies. He also has a warning for people with acid reflux.
I would be careful about the issue of vomiting or regurgitation in those people that are susceptible. And above all, check with a health professional to make sure that this kind of maneuver is safe.
All you need to try this is inexpensive cloth tape that you tape across your mouth. You can get this at the pharmacy. You can add nasal strips or nasal dilators like these, called mute, tiny pieces of plastic that keep your nostrils open.
And in addition to a good night's sleep, mouth taping lubricates your nostrils, helps with asthma, increases blood oxygen levels, and helps prevent tooth decay. So if you snore, you just might want to try taping your mouth shut. Well, here's something you may not have known. You should be applying your deodorant at night. And that is, of course, only if it is an antiperspirant. At night, your sweat glands are less active, so they can better absorb the antiperspirant, and it has time to sink in. Don't worry, your antiperspirant will even stay on during your morning shower. Tip is, your skin needs to be dry in order for it to work. If you follow this tip, it can last 24 hours without reapplying. Thanks to Birdie.com for the tip.